Hey, I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today I want to talk about the most pointless drama you've ever heard. It's about MrBeast. If you don't know who MrBeast is, I don't know what to say. He's like the biggest YouTuber on the planet right now. I personally never watch his content. I think it's, mostly focusing on the younger audience. And if I need to watch a MrBeast video, I need to be really drunk. Let's be real here. Obviously, he needs to have that good attention span going, so he edits every second. Like, good for him. I think MrBeast is a good person. What I've heard, at least I've seen, he doesn't seem to be too much of a scummy person, but people always want to hate on MrBeast because he's rich, and some people just hate rich people for some reason. I mean, maybe it's jealousy, who really knows, but MrBeast got in trouble because of a hide and seek game. I know, a hide and seek game, that's just like the most important thing in the world. But basically this woman, big YouTuber, I've never heard about it, Rosanna something, I don't know her real name, but she's basically mad and saying that MrBeast is a sexist and all that type of stuff, because I don't know, I'm gonna just show you the message sooner on, but this just shows that people are just trying to find dirt on MrBeast, because MrBeast is the biggest YouTuber right now. I don't know how long he's going to keep that title. Obviously every content is going to be in and out, and obviously there's going to be a time nobody is going to watch MrBeast content, and the people that are watching MrBeast are growing older. You see that with a lot of YouTubers, but at the moment MrBeast is a really big YouTuber, and I think overall what I've seen, he doesn't seem to be too bad of a guy. Obviously there are always people that are going to look at the smallest details to get someone down, but the drama is basically, let's see the message. I'm not gonna read the entire text because that's going to be boring. I just keep it on the screen, so if you want to read it yourself. But the most important part is like the last part where she's saying this is what actually happened despite Jimmy editing out the only female in the top 3. I was proud of what I had achieved. I just don't like when people are going to use the female card, like when they're not winning or something is happening. They're always saying, oh, just because I'm a girl. The same happened with like Sniper Wolf. She was using the female card as well. People are hating me because I'm a female. No, you're hated because you're doxing people and you're being a weirdo. Like, that's the reason. That's nothing to do with your gender. Let's not just use the gender card for no reason. And I don't think Jimmy, MrBeast, is a sexist person at all. He seems to be a pretty decent person, and he has a lot of different type of people around him from different religions and all the type of stuff. So I don't think he's a sexist person. I just think this Rosanna person is really butthurt. Obviously because of this, she's going to get a lot of new people watching her content. I don't know if it is going to be positive for her, because obviously MrBeast has a massive audience, so maybe she's going to get a lot of haters for what she's saying. I don't know, especially like younger fans, they can be brutal. They can like spam your chat and say like horrible stuff because they do everything for the person they admire, because there are a lot of young MrBeast fans. Let's be real here, which 10-year-old isn't watching MrBeast nowadays? So I would not be surprised that she's getting a lot of hate for this. I don't think she should get hate for this, but it's obviously pretty silly to like complain about a hide and seek game that was like 2 years ago. And some people take it serious, especially on Twitter, because Twitter seems to just hate MrBeast. Like, there was another thing as well where MrBeast was legit giving money and was legit fixing like blindness, and people were mad and saying that MrBeast was like an awful person for that. So I just think anything MrBeast is really going to do, people are going to hate on, and I don't think MrBeast should really like be worried about it, because most normal people like you and me are just seeing what is happening and thinking, this is just so silly, this is such a pointless drama, this woman shouldn't be crying about this, it's legit a hide and seek game. There's so many important things and horrible things happening in the world right now, and you're worried about a hide and seek game of a couple years ago. I mean, nobody really cares. I mean, there are maybe a small amount of people that care because they hate MrBeast and they want to see him be destroyed, but most people that are going to look at this drama just find it pointless and don't understand why people are legit even talking about it. I guess there is not much going on right now in the drama scene that this is going to be the most important thing. And I do understand people that hate like rich people if they're like arrogant and they're really like bratty about having so much money and they're like all showing it off. Like, I don't like that. If someone shows off like the car that like costs more than a house, I can understand that you're like, oh, that's a shitty person, that person has such a big ego. But MrBeast is not like that at all. Not all rich people are bad people. I know that's like an edgy thing to say, like fuck the rich, like they're all awful people, they're all just really scummy people, but that's not how the world works. There are really scummy poor people, there are really scummy rich people. It really just depends on the person, and you should not look at someone's race or financial status. That's just me personally. I think it's not a good thing when you're going to say that person is a bad person just because he or she is rich. Like, no, some people just work really hard. I think MrBeast is a really hard worker. He's obsessed with YouTube. He works his ass off and he became really rich because of that. And I personally can respect someone that really works hard to achieve something and makes a lot of money. I guess some people are just like really jealous because MrBeast is rich and they aren't, or something like that, because a lot of people do things because of jealousy. A lot of people are jealous because someone's famous or someone has money, so they're gonna hate on that person. I definitely think that's the case with MrBeast. A lot of people obviously want to be a YouTuber, want to be like MrBeast. If you ask like the average like 10-year-old and ask them what they want to be, a lot of them are gonna say YouTuber, and I obviously think MrBeast is an inspiration for that. I'm not saying it's a bad or good thing. If you really want to be a YouTuber, just go and try it. I always respect big YouTubers because most of them made years and years of content on many channels, worked their ass off, and people are going to say you cannot compare it with a real job. I understand that, but the amount of hours like big YouTubers put in that channel is just insane. I would say it's even more than like an average normal job. Some people always sleep like 5 hours and they work the entire days just doing YouTube, editing and all that type of stuff, and it definitely can take something on your mental health. So I do respect big YouTubers. I guess that's like an unpopular opinion, but I think YouTube can be really tough, especially if you have a big YouTube channel and you need to make content, editing, thumbnails, all the type of stuff. Some people just think it's like an easy thing to do YouTube. You know, it's not as bad as working in a hard job 9 to 5. I understand that, but it's still a job, I would say, most of the time, especially if you work your ass off, which I do think MrBeast does. I think that dude legit is obsessed with YouTube and is working every single second of the day, and he enjoys that. That's a good thing. If you enjoy your job, you're having a good life, man. But having said all of that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I talked about the silliest drama of the year. I don't know, maybe there's going to be another silly drama, who really knows. It's a weird year. But if you enjoyed today's video, press the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one.